Jasinski, and let's check out Banker's Life for the 83rd Annual IHSAA Wrestling State Finals. Cathedral gunning for their 4th crown in a row, and a couple of individuals trying to repeat as champions, such as Perry Meridian's Alex Cody in one of the 13 weight classes. Let's go under the lights and hit the mat. We start off in the 106 weight class. LaPorte's Ashton Jackson, 35-2 on the campaign, faced off against Cathedral's Evan Dickey. Dickey, who posted a 29-3 record, just could not keep up with the young slicer. 8-2 decision as Ashton Jackson brings home a title for LaPorte and is champion in the 106 weight class.
From LaPorte High School, just a sophomore, he's the 7th overall champion for the LaPorte Slicers, at their first to reach the top of the podium since 1994. Congratulations to Ashton Jackson.
Over to 113, Alex Cody, your defending state champ in the same class for Perry Meridian, battled it out with Belmont's Isaac Rubel. Rubel boasts only one loss in this season, and these two young fellas duked it out for quite some time, and it was Cody coming out on top, sliding out of a front headlock and getting the fall. Alex Cody, repeat champion in the 113 weight class for Perry Meridian, 17-9.
And our champion at 113 pounds tonight should be a young man who needs no introduction, as much as we've seen of him over the last few years. He was a defending champion at 113 pounds, but something even more impressive. He accomplished something tonight that had been done only 20 other times in the history of Indiana wrestling, when he competed in the state championship match for his 4th consecutive year.
Now onto the 120-pounders. Logan Frazier from Crown Point and Sergio Lenny from Chesterton. Frazier locked up here, and he gets the escape to keep this one close. But it was Sergio Lenny winning this one, score 3-2 to become state champion in the 120 weight class.
And your champion this year pushed his record tonight to 37-1 on this his sophomore season, advancing to the state championship match in his first state finals appearance, and becoming the 9th all-time state champion for Chesterton's Trojans. Congratulations to sophomore Sergio Lenny.
Let's check out Cathedral Zeke Seltzer and Avon's Cheney Chef in the 126 bout. It would be the junior from Cathedral pulling through as he shoots in on a double, and he turns the corner for a takedown. 9-3 decision for the Irishman. Seltzer winning the 120 crown last year, and this year taking home the 126 title.
And our champion this year moving to 33-0 on this his junior season. A member of Cathedral's last 2 state championship teams, and he was making his 3rd consecutive title match appearance, having won at 120 last year and finishing a 113 runner-up in 2019. That makes this weight something special. It means both wrestlers, every year they've competed in the tournament, have ended up in the state championship match. 2 in a row for Chef, and 3 in a row, including 2 titles for Cathedral Zeke Seltzer.
132 class represented by Alec Freeman from Evansville, Mater Dei, and Kyson Montgomery from Brownsburg. This one was neck and neck, tie score at 1. In overtime, Montgomery gets out of the hold, getting the lone point in overtime to become champion. This Bulldog stunning the world, taking that title back home to Brownsburg.
And our state champion this year was a member of Brownsburg's state runner-up team his freshman season in 2018. He becomes a 4-time state place winner this year, but this is the one he's going to remember, a state championship, and this is senior year for Brownsburg's Kyson Montgomery.
Moving on to the 138 weight class. Representing Bloomington South is the sophomore Delaney Rollman and Crown Point's Jesse Mendez. Nothing much to say here as Mendez strikes right away with the fall, getting the win. Mendez winning the 132 title last year, and now taking home this year's 138 crown.
He claimed his 3rd consecutive championship, having won at 126 as a freshman, at 132 a year ago, and tonight becomes the 39th wrestler in Indiana history to win at least 3 state titles, and he's coming back for more. Just a junior, unbeaten, state champion 3 times, Jesse Mendez.
Now over to 145, where Center Grove's Hayden Watson squared off against Logan Wagner from Zionsville. Wagner gets in on a single here and takes down Watson to his back, getting the near fall. In the end, it was Wagner coming out on top, 9-5 decision to become champion in the 145 weight class.
Our state champion tonight finishes his senior season 38-1. It was his first trip to a state championship match, having placed in each of his first 3 years. But this year was something special because it resulted in a state championship, which was and is the very first state wrestling title for the School of Zionsville. Congratulations, Zionsville senior Logan Wagner.
To weight class 152, Brock Ellis from Chesterton and James Conway from Floyd Central. In the end, it was the junior from Floyd Central hitting a head single inside and finishing it off with a back trip. Conway is your champion in the 152 weight class, 6-4, flips and all.
And our champion at 152 pounds is making his first appearance in the state championship match after having placed 6th last year at 138. It's the 12th appearance by a Floyd Central wrestler in a state championship match and results in their 6th overall championship. Congratulations, an undefeated junior season for Floyd Central's James Conway.
The 160 weight class bout had undefeated Broderick Ballman from Evansville Mater Day taking on Robert Major from Carmel. Major not too shabby himself with 1 loss on the season. Ballman will come out on top. He gets an under over tie and the lat drops for a quick 5 points. 15-11 your final tally. Mater Day looking poised to take home the team title.
And our state champion tonight was wrestling in his first state championship match after qualifying for last year's state finals. And boy, did he make it stick, becoming the 30th all-time state champion for Evansville Mater Day and handing him the state title in the boot. Congratulations to undefeated junior Brody Bowman.
Let's examine what happened in the 170 weight class. Briar Hall from East Central wasting no time taking down Samuel Morrill from Columbus East as the senior hits the cradle for the pinfall win.
A runner-up a year ago, accomplished a couple of things very high on the list of accomplishments here tonight. First of all, he became the 9th individual to pin all 4 opponents at the state finals. 4 matches, 4 falls, and perhaps most importantly, he becomes the first state champion from East Central High School. Congratulations, Briar Hall!
Now on to the class of 182. Drake Buchanan from Center Grove and Gabe Sallers from Evansville Mater Day. Sallers would quickly go down 2 points, but the junior quickly rallies back. Hits a head inside single here for a quick takedown. Sallers comes out on top 9-4 and is your champion in the 182 weight class.
And our state champion at 182 also reached the title match for the first time, finishing 7th a year ago. But he made this one a lot sweeter, added to the point total for Mater Day's state title and winning his 30th match of the year, an undefeated junior season, the 31st championship overall for Mater Day. Congratulations, Gabe Sallers, Evansville Mater Day.
Over to 195, and it's all undefeated Hayden Phillipovic from Indianapolis Lutheran taking on Brat Carrington from Greencastle. Phillipovic had no problems on this night as the senior gets in on a front headlock, putting him straight to his back. 7-2 final scoring. Hayden Phillipovic snags his 195 crown.
And our state champion at 195, last year became the first state finalist for the school, finishing 8th at 182. He was the first Indianapolis Lutheran wrestler to reach the state championship match, and tonight becomes Lutheran's first state wrestling champion. What a season it was, and what a night it was for Hayden Phillipovic, Indianapolis Lutheran.
Getting close to the end, to the 220-pounders we go, and we had Jason Streck from Maryville taking on Tristan Rollman from Bloomington South. Rollman also defeated on the season, and the senior would come out on top 10-2. Here's Rollman getting a wing and running with it as he turns it into a near fall. 220 crown belongs to Rollman. Congratulations.
And our state champion was making his first visit to the state championship match after a 5th place finish at 170 last year. Among his accomplishments this year were beating the defending state champion in the semifinals with a 9-3 victory over Evan Bates. And of course, a big championship of his own this evening. We talked about teams winning their first title for their school. This a little different. This is the 123rd overall title in the storied history of the Bloomington South program. And this is a sweet one for undefeated senior Tristan Rollman.
And finally, the big man show, the 285 weight class. Mario Armando, a junior from West Lafayette, taking on senior Reeve Muncie from Carroll. Muncie would defend the double here for the win, 3-2 to become state champion. Reeve Muncie taking home that 285 title back to Fort Wayne.
It was overall the 6th appearance by a Charger wrestler in a state championship match, and it becomes the school's 3rd all-time state champion. What a season, what a tournament for Carroll High School's Reeve Muncie, state champion at 285.
And those are your individual champions. And for the team championship, Chesterton would finish runner-up, and your new 2021 IHSAA Wrestling State Champions are the Wildcats from Evansville Mater Dei, their first wrestling title since 2007.